Alright guys, so my friend Leah, this is the last day of work for her. She her job of 13 years has come to an end. The business has closed. So we made her a card with just little scriptures in there letting her know that, you know, to everything there's a season. We made her homemade brownies and granola bars. We got some fig bars, some kisses, chocolate, some flatbread. Just a little basket to take to her so that, you know, she can get through this first week of losing her job. What, orange juice?
No.
Baloney, I think I just eat that.
Hey, but tell me something. But tell me something.
What happened?
If he want to eat this, eat that much, you sure?
No, I think Jada had some too. Is that like baloney or whatever? Salami or whatever? I think Jada had some too. When she came home, we didn't cook no meat today, so they act like they were dying. they can't be vegans. It's New Year's Eve, 2015. It's 6:25. So we have a long way to go before the ball drops. So Joe and I are watching Luther on Netflix. We're in season 2. I hope they have more seasons than that because I'm liking the show, but I constantly hide behind my shirt. Oh, the lighting in here is so good on you, babe. I love your cup.
Yeah.
I like how when Lewis comes here, he thinks that's his cup. He thinks that's his cup, though. He's like, oh, it's a rainbow. I want to use that cup. Let me show you what Mom gave me. This is Leah's mom, Mama Yoli, for Christmas. Without faith, miracles can't happen. It's so true, right? And this is the lid, and it becomes a coaster. And I don't drink tea, and I don't drink coffee, and I don't drink hot chocolate. But if I have to drink hot water out of that, I'll be drinking something out of that, okay? Because that was given in love. I do drink certain fruity teas now and again when it's like super cold and I want to warm up though. Like a berry tea or something like that, no sugar, no nothing. Hey guys, so it's New Year's. It's at nighttime. It's 10 o'clock at night. And I've been having a little bit of issue with asthma because of the stupid cold. So even though I sung a lot better and I look a lot better, I've been using the fast acting inhaler for the past couple of days. And if it doesn't settle, I'll go to the doctor so they can put me back like on the QVAR or something. But I'm thinking all this will pass after the cold is over because I haven't had to be on asthma medication in such a while. This is Jory's. He has several of these inhalers because he's terribly asthmatic and he's been doing really well since 2012, since he changed his eating and started exercising. But Jory had his first asthma attack when he was like 13 days old, you guys, and Joe and I had to resuscitate him. And after that, it was a really bad time of Jory with asthma until 2012 when he took control of his life, changed his eating and his workout habits. He never used to work out. And he's been doing a whole lot better. It's Sunday, January the 3rd. Take a look at this. So I'm on my business Facebook, right? This is my business Facebook. Barbara McNabb Greenwich. And some dude named Sajad Hussein is calling me through this Facebook thing. And it says the call will start once you answer, and I didn't answer, so it went to this screen. Return the call. You missed a call from blah, blah, blah. Return the call if you want. Who the hell is this dude? I'm not returning no call to him. See, this laptop feeds this TV screen, and the camera, of course, is right here. And I usually have a tape over it, but I took the tape off because I always have the laptop kind of closed like this. It's never open fully because I have to be able to see this. This is where I edit at so I don't mess up my eyes. And I use this laptop too, but this is not really, you know, connected. It's connected to the internet, but I never have the browser open on this one. I just pull my clips off and stuff. So, really freaky though. How people can just come right into your home, huh? I'm trying to finish up a video that has to go up tomorrow on granola bar. And Joe's waiting. What's up, babe?
I'm not sure that's...
Say good morning for me.
Good morning, people.
You're gonna take me over to my mom and dad's, huh?
I'm gonna take her over to her mom and dad right now.
They came back since when? The 29th? Well, they were trying to come back on the 29th, but they got home on the 30th. Today's the 3rd of January. We still haven't seen them, so we're going over there. Cool. I'm almost ready. I finished pulling the clip. Just let me make sure it's not blurry.
I'll give you 5 minutes. Be ready for 5 minutes.
What is wrong with this man? You guys, it's not even that I have to go get ready like makeup and hair. It's that I'm pulling clips off of the camera to make sure they're not blurry, because whenever I use the Rebel camera, I don't know how to set it. Joshua says you have to be in the screen and then somebody like touches the button for you to make it focus, and then you're good, because it's not a video camera. It's a still camera, but we use it for video. But the light, the coloring on it is so beautiful. So I'm pulling the clip off to make sure it's not blurry, so when I come home tonight, I can actually finish editing. And this man is just pushing me. This is my job, you know.
I supposed to push you.
Lord have mercy. This is my job. He doesn't understand. This is my job. It's not just at that print shop. This is my job. I had everything set up to do my little opening and ending segment. You put back on the heater. I have to turn off the heater when I'm doing the segment because you can hear it come through the vents. I have this little light here. Turn this off. I've got lights everywhere. Come on, go off. And I'm back, and it's already, I already pulled it off, so let me check on it. And then I started sharing my passion with you guys. So this is the segment that I did, guys. Thank you guys so much for the show for tomorrow. And for picking up anything that you pick up from my website, okay? Until I see you guys again, take care. Look, even Joe got in on this segment. I don't know if I'll use this. Maybe I'll put it here at the vlog. So we're heading down to Grandma's. We just left out, and I'll clean that for you, baby. Don't clean and drive. Give me a moment so I can clean Joe's sunglasses for him. Gas station there? Oh, let me not put my street names out there. Right by Walk and Don't Walk, there's a gas station right there. I was naming some streets that were too close to the house. Anywho, Mom seems excited that we're coming. They were all lonely for the 1st, for New Year's Day. I couldn't go down there on New Year's Day though. They have the Rose Parade, and it's right like in Mom's backyard. Even today, I think we'll run into some traffic with the people who are still going to see the floats. Anyways, it's not as cold as I look, but I'm dressing warm because I'm tired of feeling cold. With having this cold and the weather being cold, I'm like always like excessively cold. So anyways, last night I was on Periscope, and I actually got into Sherry Shepherd's chat. She's the lady that's on The View, that show that's with Barbara Walters. For those of you who live here in America, you'll know it. I never get into her chat, and I don't ever try, because when you're on Periscope, if you want to get into somebody's chat, you just have to come out of the room and go back in, come out, go. Sometimes you have to do it 50 times. Who has the patience for that? Not I. So it says she was live, and I said, oh well, let me go see. And I was in the first 50 because only the first 100 can chat, and she kept about 370 people in her room consistently. And it was really cool because she actually read what you were saying. She was interactive. Oh, this right here. I don't know why I didn't think about this, Joe. Yeah, she was very interactive, and she read some of my comments that I posted. She has a lot going on in her life that's causing her to be angry. And then she says, I don't want to go into 2016 being angry. And she says, anger is like a useless emotion. And I told her, no. All emotions are useful. I said, anger is the birthplace for change. Joe's making a lot of noise over there like he has a lot of money. Let's see. What kind of money you got there, brother?
20 bucks.
20? Oh, you hide 20? I gave him $40 to put gas in, and he just stole 20 from me. You were blatant about it. Yeah, so I told her all emotions are useful, especially if you use them. Anger is the birthplace for change. I don't get angry unless I'm gonna make a change. You guys remember when that stupid woman in the front, Araceli, was making me angry? Well, I used it to make a change. I contacted her bosses and she's left me alone, and she's left a lot of my neighbors alone. Look what my dad brought for me from Belize, guys. I'm breathing hard because I just climbed up those stairs. Anyways, this is a kneading bowl, and it's an old kneading bowl, which is what I wanted. They cut it down from a bigger one for me. It's already distressed. It's from old wood, and I can knead bread in this. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to do something for the cooking show. See? Moms and dads. Want to put your bag in, Joe? This might be lower than the truck. This might be lower than the truck.
And you got this chain show on.
Okay, we're gonna see mommy pretty hair.
Could I jump out finally?
Moms, you look young though. That pops to we for mommy because she is sick. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. Gorgeous. Don't I look like I should be reading cards with my dangly earring and the way this hair is coming out here? It's really weird, huh? So we're leaving mom and dad's. It's right around 4 o'clock. They took us to dinner to Sizzler, which was pretty cool. The food was good, and they seem really happy to have the visit. Right, Joe? Huh? You see? They seem really happy to have the visit, huh? Yeah, sometimes they get lonely, you know. My sister's still in Belize, and they came back already. My sister comes back in the next few days, and yeah, they came back since the 30th. They had New Year's Eve by themselves, New Year's Day by themselves. And I really was too sick to travel, and I didn't want to travel on New Year's Day because that's when they do that Rose Bowl, or Rose Parade. Rose Bowl is the football thing. Rose Parade, the Tournament of Roses, I think it's called. And I didn't want to deal with the traffic that day. So we're heading home. Jada goes to Disneyland tomorrow with Josh and I think Colin and Armani and my brother Rory. Rory's paying for Jada because that's his birthday gift to her. So they're very excited about that tomorrow. Joe and I are going to go into work tomorrow and wait for 2 different companies to come pick up what we did before Christmas or before New Year's. Morning, guys. It's January the 4th and we're heading into work. Here's Joe. Say morning, babe.
Good morning, people.
Do you want to go to work?
Not really, but I got to.
Do you want to go pay the rent?
Not really. I want my money in my pocket.
February the 14th will make 14 years for us having the business, guys. So anyways, Joshua and Jada went to Disneyland. My brother paid for Jada. Well, he paid for both of them, but it's Jada's birthday gift. And Colin tagged along, and so did Albert and Armani. Let me give you guys a little bit of chisme. And for those of you that don't speak slang Spanish, chisme means gossip. And a female person that gives the gossip is a chismosa. And a male person that gives the gossip is a chismoso. So let me give you a little bit of gossip. So anyways, when I came to this country, I left out of the 11th grade or 3rd form in Belize. And I went to one of the best schools in Belize for high school. You start there in 1st form, you do 2nd, 3rd, and 4th form. And all the classes are hard, okay? And to even get into that school, you have to pass like an entrance exam that's difficult. So I think I passed it like with a 72 or something like that. 70 is passing.
You passed entrance?
I passed entrance with like 79, but to get into that school.
Which was the other one? Primary?
That's to come out of primary school, I think. Anyways, he's disrupting my juicy story. So when I got to the 9th grade or the 1st form, I was 12 years old. I was very young. You should usually get there at age 13, but I went to Anglican school or Episcopal school, and they don't have kindergarten. Oh my goodness. Bless you. They don't have kindergarten there. So you start school at 5 in 1st grade. And then I skipped the 7th grade. So I went straight from 6th to 8th. So I got there young. The moral of the story is I got there young. So I was very bright, but still the classes were hard. So, huh?
Stomach kind of scared me.
Oh my Lord. This man next door to us, his stomach is driving the car. And so, anyways, there were only a few teachers that I loved from that first year in high school. And one of them was one of the nuns that taught us Spanish, and she also taught like health, I think. She was very strict. People thought she was mean, but I was able to discern that she wasn't mean. She was just strict. And I would love to see her again, but I imagine she's very old and probably doesn't even remember me. And then there was a teacher that taught me in 10th grade. She taught me shorthand, and apparently I was good at it. I never thought I was good at it because I always felt like I was a fraud when I was doing shorthand. I always felt like I was guessing. And she said I was excellent at it. I could do, I think it was, if it wasn't 70, it was 90 words a minute for 3 minutes. It was a lot. I know that it was a lot for Greg shorthand. And like I said, I always thought I was a fraud. I always thought I was just guessing at it, but she loved me and she thought I was excellent at it. And years later, she was friends with somebody that I knew, and that person remembered me saying that I loved that teacher and saying the name and everything, and that she told that teacher about me, and she remembered me fondly. I never got to really see her physically, but I spoke with her on the phone, and it was such a nice thing. So there was another teacher that I really adored, and if I was 12, like in the 9th grade, he was probably about 22 to 25. He was one of the younger teachers. He had just got hired there. He taught me history and geography. A lot of my friends thought that he favorited me because he would never address me as Barbara. He would always call me Babs. And all the other teachers call me Barbara because that's my legal name. Babs is just a nickname. And they're like, oh, you're his favorite. Well, I proved them wrong. I wasn't his favorite. He failed me in geography. Who's that? Parman Can? Or for the other guy? Anyways, I still always wanted to find him. I still liked him. I don't care if he failed me. He wasn't mean. It was me. I was dumb. So I got to work right now. Hold the phone. I'm going to go in. Joe's going to load that truck. And I'm going to be right back to tell you the rest of the story, okay? All right, guys. So Joe already loaded the truck. I had to wait because even though I'm here in the office, you can still hear the forklift and the pallets and stuff all the way back there. So anyways, back to the teacher. So I've been on Facebook, let's say 5 or 6 years, and I've looked for several people off and on. One of them was my godmother from baptism when I was little. Sorry, eventually I found her, and now we have a decent relationship, but I have to say that when you're looking for these old people, well, not old meaning age, but people from yesteryear, the reunion might not be as sweet as you anticipate. The one with me and the other teacher was sweet, but the one with me and my godmother wasn't so sweet because she didn't remember me. You know, and she tried so hard. She was really sweet, but she just could not remember me. She remembered my mom, you know, that they were good friends and stuff, but she did not remember standing up for me. And I have to say I got a little bit hurt. And since then, throughout the years, she's kept in touch with me, and she's always been a darling. I think I fantasized her more because I remember as a little kid going to her house and play with all the toys that she had there for me because she didn't have kids for a while. But anyways, back to this story at hand. This teacher, I wanted to find him. So I would say probably twice a year I would type his name in at Facebook to see if I could find him. But even though his name was pretty unique in Belize, over here in America, because there are so many Hispanic people living in all of the United States, the name is so common. His name is Ramos de Moya. So every time I put the name in, you would get people without profile pictures, people who live here in America, and I just could not find. I would even go to like the school roster from the school that I attended to look to see if they had him as a former teacher on the roster or whatever, but nothing. And then I don't remember his wife's name. After I put the name in last night, this profile came up, and it was with a handsome young man, and he kind of favored the teacher that I'm looking for. But you could tell this young man was young. He was somewhere between 19 and 26. He doesn't have much information at his Facebook, so I don't know his age. And so I was like, wow, do I write to him? I was brave enough to go back to the young man's Facebook, and I wrote him privately. I'm so glad that you can write privately at Facebook, because I can't stand Twitter for that. If that person's not following you at Twitter, you can't write to them privately. You have to just tweet them 140 characters, which is stupid in public, right? So I went privately and I said, you know, please excuse the intrusion, but do you have a dad or maybe a grandfather? Because this boy looks young with the same name, because the person had the same name, and he didn't go as junior, he just had the name. My brother doesn't go as junior either, even though he's a junior. So anyways, I said, I've been looking for a former teacher of mine. I was born and raised in Belize, and he taught me at St. Catherine's, and you have the same name and you guys have the same look. I said, and one more thing that we have in common is that we have one mutual friend on Facebook in common, and the friend happened to be Joe's younger brother, Joe's brother from his dad's side. And I said, you know, I just find that pretty odd. You know, you live in New York, but you have him as a friend, and so I'm figuring there's a Belize connection. Plus, I went through his friends list. I was going to say his friends list. I didn't expect to get a response, but I woke up this morning, because I did this late last night, like around 10 o'clock California time, and I got a response from the young man, and he was like, that's my dad. And then he goes, we've lived here in America, in New York, for the past 30 years. And that's all he said. You know, he says, it's not a bother at all. And so I wrote him back, and I was just like babbling. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for responding. I am so glad, you know, because he didn't say his dad was dead. That's all I wanted to hear, is like, he's still alive, you know, because you can never tell, stuff can happen. I'm so glad to hear that he's well. And please tell him, you know, that I've looked for him for so long and that I remember him fondly, and tell him that I still don't know geography. That's the class that I failed when he was teaching it. I said, tell him I still don't know geography. I suck at it. He failed me in that class. And this is my phone number. You know, I don't know if he would like to reach out and give me a call. I said, and would it be rude of me to ask for his phone number? You know, so that perhaps I can give him a call. And he wrote me back immediately, and he goes, oh my God, my dad would be so happy to get a surprise phone call from one of his former students. And he gave me the phone number. And from the prefix, I know that it's like upstate New York, like Albany, New York or whatever. So I've had the number since 6:30 this morning. It's now 8:45 California time, which is about 11:45 New York time. And I wrote him back and said, you know, is there a better time to call him? Because I don't know, maybe he works, right? I can call all day long. I'm self-employed. And he didn't answer back, so I imagine he's in school or work or something, a young man. So what do you guys think? Should I just chance it and call? I mean, it's close to lunchtime. You know, if he's working, most people take their lunch between 11 and noon, right? Or noon and 1. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So, should I vlog it? Joe's just like laughing at me because he thinks I'm so stupid. But I really adored this teacher, and I really think he liked me, you know, even though he failed me, who cares? And just always wondered if he was well, and has life been good to him. I don't think he had kids at the time when he was teaching us, and I left Belize shortly after that. I think he taught me in 1978, and I left Belize in 1981. And so he might have left Belize in 1985, I guess. So anyways, wish me luck, guys. I hope I have some news later to tell you guys. I think I'm gonna like get off this thing for right now. Joe and I are gonna do our morning prayer, and then I'm gonna make that phone call, and then I'm gonna come back and tell you guys the chisme, okay? Uh-huh. Well, I remember why the people thought that I was your favorite is because my name is Barbara, but the nickname is Babs, and you always call me Babs. You never call me Barbara. And we're like, oh, you're his favorite. I'm like, I still failed. How am I his favorite? That's so cool. All right, guys, so I got through to the teacher, and he was very happy to hear from me. He remembers my name. He remembers Barbara McNabb, and he remembers that he called me Babs. He remembers, he remembered a few of the classmates that were friends with me, that are still friends with me, remembers their names also, but he cannot remember our faces at all. And it was very interesting because he said he only taught that 1 year, 1978 to 1979, and he never taught again. So when he hears that an old, you know, student is trying to reach him, he goes, student of what? So He didn't remember. I found out that he's Joe's age. He's 58 years old. So when I was 12 in 9th grade, he was 21. I remember that he was one of the younger teachers. And so he said that he's Jamaican. I remember he had a funny accent, but I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe it was a Spanish accent because it was so long ago I couldn't remember. So he's Jamaican. The minute he started talking, I heard a little sing-song going. I was like, oh, wait a minute. He was Jamaican. And I was like, can I ask, were you Belizean? And then he goes, no, I'm Jamaican, and I got sent by my firm to Belize to do construction work. And when the job was done, we were going to go back to Jamaica, and that's when I got hired by the school to teach geography and history because they were short on teachers. And I decided just to try it because I had the qualifications. I didn't really want to be a teacher, and I got in, and I did good that first year, and they wanted to keep me on. But then, you know, by then he married my classmate's sister. And then he said, I went back to Jamaica for a while and then went back to Belize. And then in 1987, he came to America and he's lived in New York ever since. He's divorced the first wife and he has a second wife, Belizean again. I guess he likes Belizean girls. And it was such a joy talking to him because, you know, when you look for somebody for so many years and it's like, oh my God, I found you. And he's like, I didn't think anybody would ever look for me. And I'm like, well, you were a cool teacher. You're a very cool teacher. So he says, there's no money in teaching. I would never go back into it. And I don't regret coming out of teaching, but I'm really, that's what we keep telling Joy, right? There's no money in teaching. And so, but it was nice to talk with him. He asked me to send him a picture of when I was younger then, so he can remember my face. I found one from 1984, so it's not quite 78. I don't know where I would find one from 78. I don't have anything from that time frame except the yearbook. But I look pretty close, you know, 78 to 84. Then I sent him the one that Angie made for me. Remember, Angie, the picture you made for me with all the food around me, my little poster? I sent him that because I told him about my YouTube show, of course. And he said that son that I spoke with is from his first wife, and that son lives in Florida. So that was pretty cool for the kid to give me the phone number so that I could reach him. And so it's been a pretty exciting day. So he said he's going to go check out my YouTube show. And I guess that's it. That's it. I mean, where do you go after that, huh, Joe? Where do you go after that after you reach out to a teacher?
That's it.
That's it, huh? If he contacts me now and again and go, oh, I love that episode of the show or whatever, yeah. But it's not something where I'm going to be texting him or calling him. And I mean, the man's got a wife and I've got a husband. But anyways, it was pretty cool. I got to go back to trying to fix my printer because I want to do a photocopy of my rent so that we could take the rent in. So I'll be back. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels right here to the right of your screen, the cooking channel, the product review channel, and Joe's channel. The links are in the description box.